guys? We are Tottenham TV here. We are here with Bayern Ryan to preview the big game against Bayern Munich on Tuesday, all the way from the USA. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Where in the USA you are right now?
Clover/York, South Carolina.
And why? Why are you Bayern Ryan? What gave you that kind of persona?
Well, I got cancer, and I got a prosthetic eye, and I got a Bayern Munich eye.
Oh wow! Look at that. Yeah. If you hadn't noticed.
So the media people kind of donned me Bayern Ryan, and it kind of stuck. And it kind of took off from there.
How come you saw Bayern Munich?
It's the family team, so it's kind of one of those things. My grandfather lived there, was in Munich. My dad was born in Heilbronn and lived in Munich, so just kind of.
Yeah, wow, okay. I can see on your
happened.
Instagram you've met all the players, haven't you, and everything. You seem to be quite.
I met a few. I haven't met all of them, but yeah, I met Frank Ribery after the Bundesliga title match. Got to go down on the field, hold the Bundesliga trophy. See, I've held more trophies than your team. So.
I think Sissoko's held as many trophies in your stadium this season than you have.
I mean, you held a Lego trophy that doesn't really matter.
But Sissoko holding up, that must mean something. But anyway.
Yeah, that he can hold a tin pot from the Audi Cup. Yay!
All right, we don't have a one-team league like in the Bundesliga, but anyway.
Yeah, you're right. You do, because y'all are what, in 6th and 10 points out right now?
All right. So early days. Don't get too confident.
Early days. Liverpool's just going to keep on going.
That's true, but Dortmund were very confident before the game. I tell you that, and they weren't too happy once they were finished at White Hart Lane.
They're in 8th place, so yeah, they're not very confident of shit right now.
How are Tottenham seen in kind of from a Bayern Munich fan? And fans in Germany or the Bundesliga, as you like. How are Tottenham seen in general? Are they like a well-respected club in Germany? Are they seen as a good team?
I mean, it just really depends on what fans you talk to.
Well, Bayern fans.
It still depends on which Bayern fan you talk to. Oh shit! All right, you there?
That's all right. Okay.
Yeah. The Bayern fans use you as a example, as in some fans that sit there and say you have to spend millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to win a Champions League. Well, y'all are the shining example of, well, you don't have to spend shit and you can, and I'm going to say it, you can luck your way into a final. But the thing is, yeah, you got lucky as shit.
We deserved, mate. We deserved it. You can't luck your way all the way through.
No, the team that deserved it was Ajax. Ajax beat all the good teams and then lost to the shitty Spurs team. And then
we beat Man City over 2 legs. We beat Man City over 2 legs. We destroyed Dortmund over 2 legs. And against
we destroy Dortmund every year. Where's your point? Man City's not as great as people think they are. They have a lot of money, but hell, PSG has a lot of money, and when it counts,
didn't Dortmund beat you last year?
The money don't matter.
Am I wrong in saying that? Dortmund beat you last year?
Dortmund beat us in the first leg.
Yeah.
We beat them, beat the ever-loving shit out of them in the second leg, like we always do. But what happened at the end of the year, we still held up 2 trophies, and they held up.
Do you think this... yeah, true. Do you think this Bayern team are as strong as maybe previous Bayern teams have been?
I mean, you can't really compare this Bayern team to really anyone else.
Really?
We're still technically in a transition period because we do have some loanee players. But the thing is this kind of reminds me of like the 2013 team, 2012, 2013, because you don't have a lot of name players. Like a lot of fans want a lot of names that are $100 million players. We want Sané's, we want this, we want that. But the thing is it seems to me right now, the way that we're playing, we have sort of the right combination of players. And for me, it's always been, you don't need the best players, you need the right players. And I mean, if we can get past some injuries, and play the starting 11 that we can pretty much make a deep run with, I don't see many teams really winning. Competing against us, yes. But if we have the team that we have and Kovac puts them in the right damn place, which is what he'll tend to not do, yeah, I mean, we're just as competitive, if not one of the favorites. I mean,
Is that how you see yourself for the Champions League?
My opinion, it's Champions League. I mean, we should be a favorite for Champions League. And I mean, the thing is everybody just saw it as a down year. But when you add Ivan Perisic and Philip Coutinho, and you add those guys, Coutinho adds an element that Bayern lacked last year. All the fans thought we got it with James Rodriguez. Sorry, James Rodriguez is rolled up dog shit. But Coutinho offers that thing. He can make an impact without even taking a shot, without even making an assist. But he can clear up enough space for whenever we have Muller on the field at the same time. You have both of those on the field at the same time. They both are clearing out space in the box for Lewandowski, Gnabry, Perisic, Coman, those guys. But we just have to get Joshua Kimmich out of the center defending mid-roll and moving back to where, granted, I mean, y'all can't deny it either. He is the best right back on the face of the earth.
I'm a big fan of
Don't play him at center defending mid where he's average. You know what I'm saying? If you have one of the best players on the planet, you don't just put some average. You know what I'm saying? You don't put him in his average position.
Well, it's similar to what Pep did with Lahm, isn't it? Took him from a fullback and put him into central midfield.
Yeah, but the thing is with Lahm was slowing down a little bit. He was still the best right back, arguably. But the thing is we had Kimmich at the time. So it was one of those things you could start putting Kimmich over there. Lahm was getting a little slower. He couldn't keep up with a speedier guy coming down the wing. So, I mean, I can see where they came from with that. They both can do things in the center mid and make passes, but Joshua Kimmich's much more valuable, much more dangerous going down that right side and doing his crosses in, because Benjamin Pavard can do it, but Benjamin Pavard's crosses suck balls. So,
I mean, he defend,
but he couldn't cross a fucking line in the sand.
He's a great defender, but how do you expect Bayern Munich to line up on Tuesday night?
We've still got some injury issues, a couple that are like nagging injuries. So I mean, obviously it'll be Neuer in goal. Center backs, that the defensive side's kind of where you're gonna be iffy. It could be Jerome Boateng and Nicolas Sula in the center. If David Alaba's back, he's going to play left back. I'm hoping that they go ahead and put Kimmich at right back, especially with Son and some of the wings that y'all have. But it's probably going to be Kimmich at right back. The midfielders are going to be Coutinho, Thiago, and Javi Martinez. And then wings will more than likely be Serge Gnabry and Kingsley Coman. But Ivan Perisic could fill in for one or the other because Coman played all the game this weekend. And then obviously the best striker on the face of the earth is going to be at our number 9. So don't even smile.
Second best striker.
Second my ass. How many goals does old Harry Kane got
so far this season?
Huh?
So far this season, are we talking?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 10 goals in 10 games.
10 and 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
Goal. Oh, wow. How many does Lewandowski?
Lewandowski has 10 and 6. Wow. Okay, how many of those did Harry Kane actually score versus ones that he claimed that he scored? That the FA actually just gave to him.
He scored all 10 goals with his right foot, believe you me.
Are you sure?
I'm 100% sure. Well, Lewandowski's never claimed the goal before? Maybe a deflection or something? Well, all strikers love to claim
Lewandowski,
goals.
we score when we want.
Look,
Sometimes.
Harry Kane's competing. Harry Kane's competing in the best league in the world. He's competing against teams.
Says who?
We've got more than one good team in our league. We've got more than one
good
team in our league.
Okay, and Spurs ain't one of them.
Well, you can argue that, but that makes Kane's exploits even more impressive.
Okay, at this point, you are not the most competitive league. You are not the best league because the differential between points of first and second is one of the highest, even at 7 games? 7 games between 1 and 6 is a 10-point gap.
Yes. No. Yeah.
1 and 9 in the Bundesliga is separated by 2 points.
Oh,
We're the most competitive. We're the most competitive.
It's a long season. All right. How many times in a row have you won the league?
7, because we're just badasses.
There we go. And how many times have you poached the best players of the second place team? That could never happen in the Premier League.
Once.
What do you mean?
How
many times have you signed Dortmund's best player?
Who? Hummels?
Götze? Lewandowski?
Oh, okay, Lewandowski was free. Mm-hmm. Götze was a piece of shit. That's why he's back at Dortmund. Hummels is a quitting piece of shit. That's why he's back at Dortmund. So, I mean, technically, okay, we may have bought 2 players from Dortmund. How many players on Dortmund are from the Bundesliga on their roster right now versus how many players are on the roster right now that Bayern Munich has bought from the Bundesliga?
I don't know.
I'll wait while you Google it.
I don't have time to Google it. Why don't you just give me the answer?
There's 13 players on Dortmund squad from other Bundesliga clubs.
Mm-hmm.
There's 6 on Bayern. Okay. And that goes back all the way to Manuel Neuer and all of those that have been there for years.
Yeah, because you just signed the best. Yeah. Because you just signed the cream of the crop. Dortmund don't have that luxury.
Exactly. Dortmund test them out.
What? You don't think Torgan Hazard and Julian Brandt and...
Yeah, I agree with you. This is probably the first season maybe Dortmund have signed pretty well. But anyway,
Dortmund got decent Bundesliga players, but they didn't get no decent worldwide players. I mean, Philippe Coutinho, watching him at Liverpool, mm-hmm. That kid's got class.
Well, we tried to sign him in the summer.
Hoping he doesn't turn into James Rodriguez. We'll find out on Tuesday.
Spurs actually were very close to signing Philippe Coutinho in the summer. Unfortunately, but apparently the deal fell through quite last minute. So I'm always quite interested to see how he's getting on at Bayern, because obviously we could have had that feeling of what could have been.
Well, he's finally starting to. Over the last 2 matches, he's been, I guess, like the Who Scored rating, whatever it is, the ratings sites and stuff. He's been their player of the match the last 2 matches, and he's. The last 2 matches, he's started to create, even if he's not the one like actually making the assist or making the goal, he's the one that's created the chance. And with your defense, he's going to cut you to shreds.
You seem very confident.
But, I mean, the only thing is like with Spurs, Kane. Honestly, Dele Alli may be like a big name for y'all, but I've never really been impressed with what he brings. Even on the England national team, he's a name that really don't do shit. Song is somebody I'm always afraid of because that little son of a bitch is as good as shit. And Kane can score, but it's one of those things. Excuse me. It's got to be at kind of a clearer chance. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't make like miraculous, like crazy shots. You know, does that make sense? Like he doesn't do like back heel scores and back of his head.
Well, he did score a goal while lying down on the floor the other day, so that was pretty impressive. But
against who? Colchester?
It was against Leicester, right? Well, another very good team in England.
Same difference. Colchester, Leicester, same shit. They're both garbage.
And who do you have? Paderborn.
Huh?
And who did you beat on the weekend? Paderborn.
Yeah. I didn't say we beat anybody worth a shit.
But
how was that Carabao Cup there, buddy?
All right, let's move on from the Carabao Cup. Do you really think Lewandowski's better than Kane? Is that like a clear? Is that clear?
I think that along with like 99% of the world.
Why?
This ain't no video game, dude.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Robert Lewandowski is the best pure number 9 striker on the planet. Hands down, no ifs, no ands, no buts.
Do you believe he has a better all-round game than Harry Kane?
Better all around as what?
You know, because
one of their asses gets back and defends.
Yeah, I'm saying Kane works hard. He works hard for the team. He presses from the front. He's also very good at holding up the ball. He's very good at laying on assists for his teammates, and he's a quite good passer of the ball, as well as being a really great, obviously, in the box striker. And also, he does a lot of good work outside the box. Does Lewandowski compare with that? Yeah, you'd say he does.
Yeah, Lewandowski does all the same stuff. He's been over the past 2 years been more active on like even going out to the wing and getting the ball. Like if he's not the center person, he's not going to do like a Suarez or Zlatan or half of those jackasses in the MLS where they just stand there by the goalkeeper and center back and just wait. I'll hand it to both of them. They'll get out there and work and get the ball if they have to. But I mean, arguably my top 3 pure number 9 strikers that like on the planet is Lewandowski 1. Don't laugh when I say number 2 because it's going to be Karim Benzema.
Really?
Okay, by far. Karim Benzema is the most he is the most underrated number 9 on the planet. There is not a time when that dude doesn't show up, but because he's surrounded by all these big name players, he just gets shitted on. But Karim Benzema is one of the hardest working pure number 9s. It's the most underrated as hell. And then number 3 is Harry Kane.
So you rate Benzema ahead of Kane?
Do what?
You rate Benzema ahead of Kane?
Just because Karim Benzema does it day in, day out, Champions League, you know what I'm saying? When Madrid needs a goal and has to have a goal now because they don't, Ramos is probably holding a red card somewhere, and Ronaldo's playing around in Italy with a bunch of scrubs and Ribery because Ribery's slicing that damn league apart. Mm-hmm. But I mean, Benzema does what he needs to do, and he does it quiet. It's not publicized everywhere. You don't see a lot of Real Madrid fans running around saying, Karim Benzema's the best. He's the best. He's the best. He just does what he needs to do. And that's one of those players that, I mean, I love players that don't get a lot of credit, but just do what they do. Son was one of those players. Now he gets way too much publicity to be classified as that. I'd love to say your boy Dele Alli is one of those players, but he gets a lot of pub and don't do shit.
He has had a difficult last couple of years, but and I take your point on Dele Alli. You've got a new manager, obviously, last season, Kovac. Are you happy with him? Do you think he's a good manager? Because obviously there's a lot of rumours with Pochettino who his next club's going to be, and then there was even a tiny little bit of talk about Bayern Munich, although that was shut down pretty quickly. Do you see Kovac being there for the long term?
Kovac does what he needs to do. He's not a glamour manager that a lot of people love to. And Bayern fans will pull up Pep all the damn time or pull up Jep Heynckes and shit like that. But it's Kovac has to play the way that he got there. The system that he's, you know what I'm saying, that made him a Bayern coach. But he hasn't played it yet. A lot of fans just straight out hate him. Me, I only hate him on a game-by-game basis. If he makes a damn stupid call, I'll call him out. Like against Hertha Berlin when he didn't make a damn substitute until like the 84th or 85th minute. Yeah, you're an idiot. You can't take that shit home with you. Just put the damn players in. So, I mean, there's blunders here or there that he could fix. But when I went to Munich in May, I didn't really hear many people say bad stuff about him in Munich. A lot of the shit talk's online. But, I mean, I'm happy with it. As long as he keeps doing what he's doing, I ain't got a problem with it. It's just one of those things of stop trying to get damn Croatian players that nobody fucking wants. He keeps throwing out like, oh yeah, I want Ante Ribic. Well, nobody fucking wants Ante Ribic. Fuck that guy.
They didn't do badly in the World Cup, did they, Croatia?
I wasn't impressed with him.
I
wasn't impressed with him. I wasn't impressed with Germany either.
The last few times Bayern have come to North London, they tend to do quite well, don't they?
We beat your little sister's ass.
Exactly.
So
I think it was
10-2,
I believe. I wouldn't mind a bit of a reminisce about that one.
Actually, it would have been over the last 3 legs we've played in. It was 10-2. I think it was 15-3.
15-3
total.
Does that skew does that make you more confident going into this game, knowing your previous success in North London? Maybe when you come to a real North London team, maybe you'll be shocked a bit.
Is there another North London team I'm missing? Because last time I checked, you
should ask Dortmund.
Y'all couldn't even beat Arsenal. Didn't y'all just tie them a couple weeks ago?
It was close. We gave up.
But did you win?
We didn't win, but we also got away City. You shouldn't be too confident. We're a lot of big teams. A lot of big teams have come away to us and not got a result.
Well, that's not us. We're not Ajax. Just saying. But the thing is everybody's like, oh, don't be too confident. Don't overestimate your opponent. Okay, we're fans. That's our job. As long as the guys that put the jerseys on and walk out on the field aren't overconfident, I can be confident as shit.
What's your prediction then?
We whoop y'all's ass.
Score? Come on, put a score on it.
I hope. What on it?
Go on, put a score on it.
At the best, 4-1.
4-1. We're not Arsenal. Come on. Oh, because you beat Arsenal 5-1. So you're giving us a bit more credit. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. At the least, I'd say 2-1.
2-1. You don't see Spurs any chance of Spurs getting a result?
Huh?
You don't see any chance of Spurs getting a result?
I mean, if we don't show up, probably.
Interesting.
I mean, if we put that jersey on and walk out on that field, yes, Spurs won't have a chance in here. This ain't the Audi Cup. We actually give a shit now.
Well, who went further in the Champions League last season? Was it us or you?
Like I said earlier, y'all got lucky as shit. Yeah, the proof that lucky bastards win in the Champions League.
You have an answer for everything, don't you? Anyway.
Well, that's of Liverpool because they left up like a motherfucker.
Exactly. We can all agree on that one.
They should have never beaten Barcelona that day.
Or they should never got a penalty in the final. But I'm still bitter about that one. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm kind of... Yeah, that was bullshit. That wasn't
exactly, we can all agree on that. Anyway, Bayern Ryan, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the channel. Do you want to plug yourself? If anyone want to find you, where can they find you?
I'm on Twitter at Bayern_Ryan, Instagram at Bayern_Ryan.
Oh, there we go. There's another person in the background.
That's my dad.
All right.
So, but yeah, they can find me on Instagram or Twitter to make fun of me for my predictions.
Exactly. I can't wait to stick it to you when we get the win on Tuesday. Looking forward to that one. But anyway, thanks for coming on, Bayern Ryan, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
Nice one.